Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video I will be giving you guys a quick injury update for the Washington Commanders versus New York Giants Week 15 matchup. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content super close to 10,000 subscribers, about 250 away. Please help me get there and hit that like button and that notification bell so you never miss a video. Man, so the weather is absolutely terrible in the DMV area. So, I mean, that's why the Commanders had to practice inside the bubble today. And nothing crazy in terms of the injury report, but I just wanted to go through the Commanders' injuries as, also with the New York Giants injuries as well. And then tomorrow we'll have a preview video and Saturday a preview stream. So, let's just go through it. Thursday, Sadiq Charles did not practice, reported concussion symptoms yesterday after practice, and looks like he does have a concussion. Antonio Gibson limited with a foot injury, but I saw some videos, looked like he was running around fine. He played last time. It's the same thing. Had a week in between. He should be good to go. Andrew Norwell limited. I'm sure he'll be fine. Brian Robinson limited with a quad injury, a little bit of a new injury there, but Rivera does not seem overly, concerned about that. And then Cam Sims limited. Benjamin St-Juste limited. Before the week, before the Commanders game against the Giants or a couple weeks ago, he did not practice at all. So for him to be limited 2 days in a row, that's a good sign. And then Chase Young, same thing, limited 2 days in a row. And Sam Cosmi was full today, so that's good for sure. And then Jamin Davis full as well. And then Dax Milne was limited yesterday, went to full. James Smith-Williams, Montez Sweat, and Trey Turner all in full. So I think that is great news for the Commanders. I mean, you're going to get Dax Milne back, which isn't a huge boost, but a tiny little bit of a boost. Trey Turner back is a boost. And then Montez Sweat and James Smith-Williams, if you didn't have those guys, that would be a huge loss. And then I would say I think these top three, probably top four, are going to play: Gibson, Norwell, Robinson, and Cam Sims. And if Cam Sims doesn't play, it's not a big deal. And I think Benjamin St-Juste will play this week. Sorry, I don't know. I accidentally clicked a link. But I think Benjamin St-Juste will play, and Chase Young, it seems like he will. But again, not making any predictions because I'm always wrong with this Chase Young injury. So relatively good news for the Commanders in terms of injuries. The starting offensive line looks like it'll be Leno, and then Norwell, and then Wes Schweitzer at center, Trey Turner at right guard, and then either Lucas or Cosmi at right tackle. For the Giants, they got offensive lineman Josh Ezadu. I know I'm mispronouncing that. He did not practice. Adoree Jackson, their best corner, he did not practice. That is good news for the Commanders, not good news for the Giants and Adoree Jackson. Shane Lemieux, offensive lineman, did not practice. Nick McLeod did not practice with an illness, went from limited to DMP. Not a good sign when that happens. Same thing with Ellerson Smith, a linebacker. Daniel Bellinger, their rookie tight end, who's played pretty well, got hurt last week against the Eagles. Limited. Richie James and Jahard Ward both look like they're progressing from their concussions and look like they'll play this week. Leonard Williams limited with a neck injury, and then Dexter Lawrence, Julian Love were just out yesterday because of just they're resting, and then they're good to go today. And Micah McFadden was good to go. So they've got a lot of injuries, but it looks like there's a few major ones, like Adoree Jackson. He didn't play last game against the Commanders. He's a good corner, so having him out is definitely good for the Commanders. Same thing with Shane Lemieux, who I don't think he's played this year. Daniel Bellinger is a solid tight end. And then if Leonard Williams is out, that's huge for the run game for the Commanders. I mean, they'll be able to run all over them if Leonard Williams is out. The thing is, the Commanders have been able to get yards. They need to start getting points. Capitalize in the red zone. Don't do an 8-play, 40-yard drive that takes 6 minutes. Like, you got to capitalize on those yards and those first downs and finish drives. And not finish drives with a 25-yard field goal. No, finish drives with a touchdown, with 7 points on the board every time you're in the red zone. I mean, I know that's hard to do, but at least do better than what they're doing now, which it just seems like they're kicking a lot of short field goals, and I don't like it. And it's definitely the difference in a lot of these games is, you know, the red zone. So that's definitely something to consider. Here's Benjamin St-Juste today in practice. I mean, nothing really, I mean, unless you're an actual doctor that you can take away from this, you know, looks like he's moving fine. Maybe a little limited, but I have no idea. I have no idea. But he looks like he'll be able to play this week. I mean, if he's doing drills like this, he'll probably be limited again tomorrow, maybe full, and then he'll be questionable for the game. That's probably my guess with him. Chase, I mean, with a couple guys, Chase Young as well. They're going to be questionable for the game, and, you know, we'll see if they play. I think Benjamin St-Juste, I would trust, you know, if I had to bet on one guy versus the other, it would be Benjamin St-Juste over Chase Young. But Chase Young does seem confident that he will play this week, so hopefully that is the case. I want to see the guy back in action, and even if it's only for 15 snaps, get him back in there, and then the next week you can play him 20, 22, 25 snaps and keep increasing it. And if we make the playoffs, he'll be fully ready to go by the playoffs, and that's the goal. That's the goal. And also, like, if you can play him, even if it's 4 games, you'll get him, you know, less rusty, so that next year when he actually is, you know, fully back and ready to go, it won't be a year and 8 months since he played football. It'll be, you know, a few months, 4 months since he played football. So I think that's why it's important that he gets these games. And the confidence issue, like, the reason he hasn't been playing, I don't think it's because of his knee in terms of health-wise. I think it's in terms of his confidence and like a mental hurdle. But, like, dude, he's not gonna get over that mental hurdle until he plays. Like, I'm sorry, these practices, it's only gonna do so much. Like, it might help you in the beginning getting comfortable with it, but after a certain point, after you've been practicing for 6 weeks, I'm sorry, it's not gonna get that much better. Like, at some point, you just gotta play. They just gotta put him out there on the field and get him snaps, and I think that will help him get over that mental hurdle. So that's just kind of my thoughts there. And then Ron Rivera said that the Brian Robinson injury, he didn't really seem that concerned with it yesterday. So overall, pretty good news for the Commanders in terms of the injuries. Only guys I'm kind of concerned with playing this week, I mean, Sadiq Charles is one, but now that Cosme's back, you know, it's fine because he can play guard or tackle. And, you know, only guys I'm really, you know, kind of questionable about is Chase Young and maybe Benjamin St-Juste. The rest of the guys, I think they'll play. I think they'll play for sure, and that bodes well for the Commanders and the Giants. I think Adoree' going to be out. I mean, all the guys that didn't practice are going to be out, and we'll see about Leonard Williams. That would be a huge loss for them. So that's it for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy, and Saquon Barkley is fully good to go this week. So that's it, and yeah, peace, guys.